Recent college graduate unemployment just hit an all-time high of 5.8%. And new federal data shows that Gen Z grads may be no better off than Americans who never even earned a high school diploma. Now, the scariest part to me isn't the numbers. It's that when young people, students, realizes their first solution is to actually go deeper and get even more education, which ironically digs you further into the hole and pushes you further back. But what if I told you there's a smarter way, a less risky way, that doesn't cost you tens of thousands of dollars in 4 years of your life? And as you can guess by the title of this video, it is to start a business. Now, I know that not everyone wants to become an entrepreneur, and honestly, I don't think that everyone should become an entrepreneur. But if you clicked on this video, then odds are you've considered it to some capacity and/or you are currently struggling to make it work. So in this video, I'm gonna show you why starting a business as a student isn't just an option anymore. It's actually the smartest insurance policy you can build for your future. So first, I want to share a different perspective about online business and the creator economy that really clicked for me. What is a business? A business is an entity that solves a problem. That's it. Uber solves the problem of helping people find reliable transportation whenever they need to. Airbnb solves the problem of finding unique accommodations and alternates to hotels. Tinder solves the problem of needing to approach beautiful people organically. Now consider this. When you submit your 50th job application on Indeed or on LinkedIn or wherever you go to do that, what is it you think that the recruiter is actually looking for? They're looking for someone who's the best fit to solve their problem. So by that definition, you actually already run a business. It's you. You are selling your skill set to solve a problem that a company has, and you are competing against every other business for that job. Now, those businesses that you're competing against might be individuals, they might be freelancers just like you, or they might be agencies, or nowadays they might be AI powered. This is completely backwards to how it used to be, and I never really thought about this until recently, because in the past, having a degree, it did mean something. But with how quickly technology is going and how easy it is to learn, high income skills without going to college, many industries don't even care if you have a diploma anymore. And I feel like I'm somewhat qualified to speak on this because I have a medical degree. I went as far as you possibly could down traditional education. And other than going back to the hospital to practice clinical medicine, there's not really much else I can do with my degree, which I paid like hundreds of thousands of dollars for. Now, I also run a creator business, and I didn't need a degree to start that. We've probably worked with more than 30 people so far, and not once did I ever ask where they went to school, or if they were president of their fraternity, or how much community service they did with Red Cross or whatever. I chose to hire those people because I believed that they could help me solve a problem that I had in my business. If there's anything that you take away from this video, I don't care if you end up starting a business or not, it's to reframe your mindset to think like an entrepreneur. Students think that degrees and diplomas make them more hireable, but an entrepreneur really understands that it's solving problems that make them more hireable. But hey, you don't have to believe me. I'm just some guy who posts videos on the internet. Who I would believe though is the richest man in the entire world. He says, you get paid in direct proportion to the difficulty of the problems you solve. This is why building yourself up as a business isn't just an opportunity anymore. It's the smartest and the only competitive advantage that you really have in this AI era. Because there's one thing that AI can't outcompete you on. It doesn't have your unique perspectives, your personal experiences, and your ability to connect with people who are just like you. I would way rather work with a person who knew how to use AI than just work with an AI by itself. And the better you can get at solving problems, the more successful you become. Now, that brings me to the next question here. Isn't school supposed to prepare you to solve problems? I'm probably going to offend some people for saying this, but let's be so for real right now. Do you really think that you're gonna be converting moles to liters for dollars? That everything you learned in school is gonna be useful for you in the future? To quote Naval here, the smartest people are self-taught, even if they went to school. Because I know that everyone in the Koi Club watching this video right now is smart. You have an advantage. You don't need a syllabus. You don't need a musty dorm room. You don't need to have attendance and grades to learn how to solve problems. You just need a reason. I would start by solving your own problems. Educate yourself with books, with courses, watch our older YouTube videos to learn how to learn skills and learn how to use AI. Then, once you can solve problems, help other people who are just like you solve that same problem. And this is why I believe an education business is the smartest kind of business that you can start right now, because you don't need anything other than your mind. My first business started off as a side hustle while I was a full-time medical student, by the way. And in 2 years, it became profitable enough for my brother and I to both quit and go all in. If you're thinking right now, man, I have so many problems I could solve, but how do I know which one I should focus on? I actually created a free AI tool that helps you figure out the best problem and niche for your YouTube channel and your business. Completely free, just chat with it, and in 15 minutes, you'll walk away with a very clear plan. I'll leave a link in the description below to check it out. So now that you have your problem, how do you actually start a business? What do you actually need? Well, it's actually surprisingly simple. You only need 3 things. 1, you need a problem to solve. 2, you need someone who's willing to pay you to solve it. 3, you need a way to accept payment. That's pretty much it. I would not worry right now about making an LLC or what tax structures or, the domain logo and whatever. That stuff can come later. Accepting payment is also super easy nowadays. You can use Zelle, you can use PayPal, you can use Venmo, you can even use Facebook payments, which I just found out is a thing, even though I haven't used it yet. Now, finding people to pay you, that's a bit trickier, but it's also never been easier than before. If you want to succeed in the modern age, then you have to learn how to capture attention. Attention is the currency of the future. If you can get attention, you can sell anything. I'll give you an example. A few years ago, Stanley, a freaking water bottle company, exploded. They went from doing about 70 million a year to over 750 million a year in 2023 alone. And it had nothing to do with their product. I don't think their product actually even changed that year. The reason that Stanley blew up is because of social media, because there was a crazy amount of attention that was spread like wildfire through TikTok, through Instagram, and through YouTube. Suddenly, everyone had to have a bottle, and stores were selling out like crazy. My point is, Stanley wasn't successful because it was the best bottle in the market. It was successful because it captured attention at the right time. And so if you aren't already, you need to start learning the skill of capturing attention. And the best way to practice that skill and to develop that skill is to get serious about posting on social media. And I'm not talking about shit posts or creating memes and stuff like that. I'm talking about creating a real personal brand that's positioned to help people solve a problem. Right? This all connects back together. Social media is the new resume. Now, personally, I believe of all the platforms, YouTube is the best place to build your personal brand in 2025 and into the future, especially if you're a knowledge worker or if you're a knowledge creator or anyone interested in education. And this is because when people watch your YouTube videos, they get to spend a lot more time with the creator. For example, if you've watched some of my videos that are, 20 minutes long or 30 minutes long, and I go deep on certain subject matters, you're probably going to trust that I can solve a problem that you have much better than watching a few TikToks with some captions or people dancing trying to solve the same problem. There's a different level of depth that you can get from a longer piece of content than from short form content. And when people have really painful problems, complex problems, they go to YouTube for solutions. And the best part about this is you don't need expensive gear or any filmmaking skills or any money really. Everyone has a phone and phones can record. Sure, it helps to have those, but there are dozens of creators who have built really valuable brands without them. I started off posting on YouTube with my iPhone and a $9 lapel mic. We've upgraded since then, sure, but when I got started, it was just all about how can I give away as much value as possible? How much knowledge could I share with the world that I had? And honestly, I think that raw, low production style content is actually better if you're just starting out because it's more relatable to most people. Now, I'm also not gonna sit here and tell you that it's easy. Business is simple, but it's really hard. It takes grit, it takes obsession, and it's not a path that I think is for everybody. But if you made it this far in the video, then first of all, thank you for sticking around. But second, you don't have to figure it out all on your own. If you're serious about growing a profitable YouTube channel, we're about to open up a few slots in our program. We're looking to help ambitious people build self-reliance through YouTube. And if you want to be notified when those spots open, then check the link in the description below. But just so you know, spots are going to be extremely limited, because our team will work directly with you and we're only looking to work with people who we think we can actually take there. Because I believe the future belongs to people like you who can solve tough problems. Maybe you just don't know how to get attention from it yet. And that's what we want to help you guys do. I know it can seem scary right now with AI taking over and everything, but I still believe that the best time to start is right now. And to help you get started, I actually created this video right here where I break down exactly how I'd start a YouTube channel in 2025.